Hey everybody, it's Saturday, July 12th, 2025. This is Off the Ledge. This is our daily check-in during these times of insanity to figure out how to stay centered and sane. We figure it out here. And what we do is we recognize that how we're holding our energy affects the collective. And so in these times of just great tumult, we become the stabilizing force energetically. And to the best of our ability, we must stabilize. That's like one of the best things we can do to turn this absolute evil around. I don't know about all of you, but I cannot get out of my head the fact that there are concentration camps in the United States of America where innocent people of all ages, some who have been here for decades, are being sent. And we really need to pray and to intend that this stops. The prayers and the intentions are working. Look for signs that they are. Nobody knows why we're going through this, what we did to deserve this, but we do have to accept that we are where we are. We don't have, as individuals, control over everything, but we can make a difference in the face of evil. This is what that battle is called, the battle between good and evil. And the seagulls agree. It's hard. I know that it's hard, and I know that for the past several days my guides have been giving me really strong messages about self-care. If you're feeling down, to take a break, maybe do something absolutely so fun. Think of the funnest thing that you could possibly think of to do and go do that. Because we need to recharge our batteries. We cannot believe that we're in some semblance of what happened during Hitler's reign. It's not World War II, but this Nazism is, we thought, I admit I thought humanity had gone a little further in terms of evolvement and enlightenment, but not just yet. Now let's read from Ernest Holmes, a person who lived during that time of World War II and Hitler. And he was in the United States, and he was doing the spiritual work, Ernest was. That's what we're doing here. We're holding the line. We're holding the line for the light to emerge victorious. We express the glory of God. Now is the Son and daughter of man glorified, and God is glorified in him and her. If God be glorified in him and her, God shall also glorify him and her and him and herself. From the Gospel of John. Back in those days they said him. Him, he. I changed it. Now is the Son and daughter of man glorified, and God is glorified in us. Perhaps this is one of the most profound thoughts Christ ever gave to the world. For it really tells us that when humanity is glorified in God, then God is glorified in humanity. God is love. And it means exactly this. Life is a mirror to each one of us. And as we see the glory of God in this mirror, so shall this mirror reflect back to us that same glory. As we see the glory of God in this mirror, so shall this mirror reflect back to us that same glory. For Christ says that if God be glorified in him and her, God shall also glorify him and her and themselves. So shall the image and its reflection become one, even as the Father and the Son and the daughter are one, in glory and honor and in majesty and might. No more exalted concept of divine union could possibly be given than this. And so it is. So I'd like for us to today reflect on the more we resonate at the high frequency vibration of love, like love for one another and love for humanity, the more godlike we are being in that sense, the more hope there is for the entire world. If somebody's feeling in a lot of despair and somebody just walks by them and smiles a great big joyful smile and says good morning or good afternoon or whatever time it might be, that happy person is exuding God love. And the simple act even of just, I'm bearing witness to you, I see you, good morning, hello, how are you? That's godlike. When we acknowledge one another, the reason I end every single video with namaste, as many of you know, is because it means the divine in me salutes the divine in you. It's a way of connecting. It's a way of acknowledging that there's a union between us. So when we're feeling kind of down, we're feeling low energy, we're feeling kind of blue, we're picking up on the collective energy. That's a big part of it. So we have to take a pause. If we want to really work with this energy, take a pause. Ask your body what it needs. You know, sometimes it's a vitamin mineral deficiency. Just ask your body what it needs. Really tune in. Sometimes it's dehydration. Let's ask our bodies what they need, because we can keep our energy vibration up when we keep our bodies feeling up and good. So let's put a little focus on that. I've been hearing a lot of people, and it's understandable. We all go through it that just feel wiped out, especially from everything that's going on. So if that's how you feel, you're normal. It's completely relatable. So we have to work with the energy, and that's what we're doing. So let's go to Kathy Bale's astrological forecast for today for July 12th.
This is Kathy Bale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for July 12th, 2025. The first part of the day is extremely active. You might have all kinds of things coursing through you that you have to do. And then as the day goes on, kick back, relax, take it easy. Dreams could be extremely active tonight, so don't hesitate to program them if there's something you'd like an answer to. That's all for now.
Yeah, regarding that last part, when we have a lot on our minds before we go to sleep, sometimes if we just ask our guides to give us the answer in our sleep, I've seen that happens. That's effective. If anyone's having any trouble navigating through these times, I recommend a reading. I also recommend spiritual life coaching, which is a kind of a counseling. PsychicAnnetteDion.com, you know where to go. The help is here. And not just that. There is a ton of free help all over this channel. It's countless videos. Guided meditations for a Healed America. If you want to be a member, it's just a small monthly amount. You have access to all my presentations. And today's day 5 of the presentation on how to be peaceful, so I'll do that later on. Let's pick 3 cards to get us through today. And while I'm thinking of it, I am considering doing a prayer vigil to get these concentration camps shut down. So I'll tell you more about that when I figure out when is a good time. And we do pray at Church of Spirituality about everything. So join us for that every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Please mark your calendar and join us for that. The more people we have praying together, the better. And there's always a very inspiring message. So 3 cards. Like I'm doing what I can. And I hope that I'm inspiring you all to do what you can too. It's like my most fervent desire is that I'm inspiring you to do things in your community, to do your part. I just hope that I'm acting as a motivating force. I really would like to know that that's happening. It would help. And some of you do say what you're doing in your community, so put it in the comments. What are you doing in your community to keep the energy vibration up, to keep people activated? What are you planning for the Indivisible or the Good Trouble rallies on the 17th? We have to turn this around, and we will, and we are. So, postpone your sorrow. Postpone your sorrow. I got a really strong message from my guides this morning about the whole reality that Kamala won the election. I got that people are thinking about that, and people, there's nothing wrong with this, but going to the psychics to find out Kamala's coming back, Kamala's coming back. And then when people see that it hasn't happened yet, they doubt the whole thing. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not doubt. Let's not go to psychics on YouTube and go, oh, well, she said Kamala won. They said Kamala won. They said Kamala's coming back, and she hasn't come back. So they must be wrong. That they must be wrong. I'm just talking about for energy. Do not go there, because we are actually creating the vibrational space for her to come back, because she won. We fought. She won. In no uncertain terms, she won. So let's not work against the energy of getting her in the White House. This is freaking insanity that we're in right now. Nobody wants this. Unless they're Stephen Miller, unless they're very, very mentally very sick. Like Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem and so many of them. I actually think that they're worse than Trump in terms of how far gone they are sadistically. But anyway, postpone your sorrow. And that's what made me think about that guidance that I had, that when we're going to the psychic said Kamala won and she's coming back, but she hasn't. Stop the but she hasn't. I'm begging you, stop thinking but she hasn't, because that just clamps down that energy. And I'm not saying that you're all doing that. I'm just saying that I've observed that, and I know that it's detrimental to the cause. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just making a point. All right, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. To book a session, go to psychicconnectdion.com. I'll come back with that last video for members of this particular series. Please join us for Church of Spirituality, and I'll come back later when I can to do a pop-up PNN. All right. Have a great day. Namaste. Stay calm.